Towanda Braxton is one of those family members you have to leave alone for your peace and their safety. She will antagonize you, she will gaslight you, she will manipulate you and others around you. And she will do all of this with a straight face, calm voice, and will know deep down inside she dead ass wrong. Her sitting at that table with her sisters and saying that the down payment on her home that Tamar had given to her as a loan was a gift, when Tamar said she gave it to her because not only did she ask, she lied and said she was going to give it back to her the very next day, and turned around and listed that girl as a creditor on her bankruptcy. Towanda saying someone gave her something sounds so familiar because she said that the person at her old job gave her those 3 blank checks that she ended up getting arrested and sentenced to probation for. Then sit there and say, had she known Tamar would bring it up or throw it back in her face, she wouldn't have never accepted it. Towanda, please, you a bald head lie, because you would accept some money right now at this very moment. If you thought Tamar was going to give it to you, you would be on your knees, girl, with both hands out. Towanda had 4 lines of cell phones being billed to Tamar's credit card without her knowledge. And when Tamar brings that up at the table, Tony has the nerve to say, "Oh, I thought we helped family out." Well, Tony, guess what? Go add them 4 lines to one of your credit cards, since family helps family. The way Tony tried to gloss over the fact that Towanda had been stealing from Tamar over the course of 4 years is crazy. Like, that wasn't thousands of dollars. And also the way Tony said it, as if Tamar should be happy to take care of family. First of all, I don't know anyone happy to pay someone else's bill. And 4 lines is excessive, okay? That is more than helping family out. That is family taking advantage of you and using you, especially seeing as Towanda doesn't even fuck with Tamar. That's really the part that I can't get over. They really expect for this girl to take care of this grown ass woman and everybody that comes along with her, and they want Tamar to do all of this with a smile, as if this isn't the sister that doesn't even pick up the phone to call her. At what point in Tawanda's grown ass life does she take responsibility for herself and the family that she created? Towanda has been getting supported for a long time by her sisters, and we all know she's not afraid to wear out her welcome. We seen on Braxton Family Values, Trina had to put her out her house. They were living over there, and it's just not like Towanda come as a single adult person. She was bringing in 2 kids and a husband and was literally putting everything off on her siblings. Tamar had to buy a car that she was allowing her husband to drive, and she was living with Trina. From my understanding, she lived with Tamar and Vince for some time, and we all know she worked with Tony, and I believe she lived over there with Tony as well. She's not a sibling. She's a fucking unwanted, uninvited dependent. Tony choosing to be condescending and say mental health is real and take time to look directly at the camera and say that was unnecessary. Towanda was doing what Towanda does best, and she was trying to trigger Tamar by saying she doesn't argue with the sick, because she was simply embarrassed and she really had nothing to do. So she wanted to flip it and try to make Tamar look bad by triggering her to do something. Towanda is very aware at what she is doing, and that does make it worse to know someone is consciously making the decision to be so evil towards you when you've been nothing but giving and helping. So, Tamar did get in Tony's face, and I don't agree with that. But then Tony, she escalated it. She hopped up, she jumped up from the table, so that escalated the situation even more. And Trina can keep saying that she did not push Tamar. However, when production showed the slow mo version, she most definitely did push her. Now, it wasn't your typical shove, if you will, but it was definitely a push. She used her arm and she put some weight into it to push Tamar back. Now, whether you call yourself breaking it up, getting in between them, that's neither here or there. What the situation was, you're in a heated situation with your sisters. So put yourself in Tamar's shoes for a minute. Stuff has been going on between you and these people for years. Yes, they're your family, but they're not acting like your family. And in this moment, you feel like you're in a room full of ops that are all coming for you. It's an intense situation. We're arguing, and she wants to come in and interject herself in the middle, and she did kind of push her back. So hey, how the reaction you got, I can see how somebody would react that way. Was it right for Tamar to pull Trina's wig and kick her? No. But also, if I'm arguing with people, especially if I'm outnumbered and I don't feel like anyone here has my back, yeah, don't touch me. And what does Little Miss Flat Purse do? Towanda, she doesn't try to de escalate the situation. She wants to suggest that they all press charges against her baby sister. I guess since Tamar, probably changed up those credit cards and refused to pay for that Willy Wonka ass wedding, now little Miss Dr. Evil has no need for her, so she'd rather see her sister thrown in jail. And speaking on that wedding, I'm gonna need them to wrap this on up. We know Tawanda don't have a storyline outside of planning her first wedding, but yeah, this is not an episode of Bridezilla. This is a bride without any Skrilla. Trina sent her ass up there breaking down in tears because Tony said she couldn't make the bridal shower. Has to be the most funniest thing to me that happened this episode because girl, why are you crying? It was it the liquor. And in that scene, you can tell that Tawanda do indeed be running her mouth about her sisters because it was written over everyone's face. And of course, she's sitting there trying to milk it like the little milk dud head ass bitch she is. And then her friend wants to speak up so she can get her little 5 minutes of fame and I guess have some lines and be seen on the TV show. So this bitch sitting up there looking like the nigga that said $40 on the Baby Boy movie, talking about some, no, it's not all right, but it's gonna be all right. Girl, was that rehearsed? Did Tawanda tell you to say that? Like, girl, who are you? And she went into this whole little spiel about, oh, we are not her sisters by blood or relation, but we are her sisters. We have to step up. Girl, shut the fuck up. Cause Tawanda really can care less about any of y'all. And I'm willing to bet my last that she don't give a fuck about y'all. Tawanda has y'all there because she wants y'all to motherfucking be the people that she cannot afford, which is a fucking party planner, an event planner, a fucking decorator, a host. Yeah, this bitch didn't hire a team, which she needed because we can see the event was very much lacking, but she's depending on all of her ladies of honor to be there. She was mad because they didn't beat her to the event, talking about they should have arrived before her to check on everything. Bitch, that's what you hire people for. Did you spend any money? I'm really interested to see what was her budget and what she actually did, because from the decor, from everybody outfit, they look like they went thrifting and just threw some stuff together. Everybody looked a fucking fool. I'm sorry. It was not giving Bridgerton. But yeah, she wanted all those ladies to run around and do all the things that she should have hired somebody to do. And I wouldn't be surprised if her ladies of honor wasn't setting up chairs and passing out food at the wedding. So then Dizzy and Drunk get together and they sit up here and try to paint this picture in front of the camera like Tamar is unstable and oh, she's escalating. It's went from verbal to physical, and just going on about all these things about how Tamar is so bad, but you're not gonna address the shit about you stealing from this woman. We not gonna talk about which one of y'all lying ass heifers sent her that cease and desist. They can try to paint Tamar as the villain, but a lot of people see it clear as day, especially now that Towanda holds that crown. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this down below in the comments. Don't forget to hit that like button, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.